flowers growing on trees. Chasing cheap thrills, out for the kill. Leaving gold footsteps around me. Colors and lines make me tie-dye. Higher than heaven, I'm in the sky. Call me top shelf, carry myself too well. I'm walking around the stairway, straight to all my better days. Looking through rose-colored glasses at all my mistakes. Breaking through the ceiling, unfazed. Baby, watch me come alive, come alive. Strike like